Sorry.
What's up, YouTube? I'm Ty.
And I'm Shy.
And we are the Prince family. The kids are in bed, so
Finally.
you know.
Process.
This is the Prince journey. And this video we're gonna talk about the plans for our journey?
How we came about for our journey and the plans. And yeah.
Alright, so where do you want to start?
Well, the main focus of our journey is going to be coming from Ohio, moving to Oklahoma on our land.
Yeah, so we just recently, put a down payment and everything on some land in Oklahoma. That's just where, there's reasons behind it, but that's, I don't know why, but my brain just like completely blanked out. So you want to tell them like why Oklahoma?
Well, this year, not really. Okay, we're gonna lead up to how we decided we were moving to Oklahoma, and
years ago, like 3-4 years ago, we were talking about doing a tiny house up here in Ohio. That didn't work out for a number of reasons.
Between zoning regulations, like Ohio doesn't even have very many, at least where we were trying, doesn't even let you have something small, under so many square foot. So it just wasn't gonna work.
So with the zoning, and it was just a bunch of hoops that we were having to jump through for I don't know, I guess it's a purpose, but we didn't really see the purpose. And like she said, we couldn't do the tiny house we wanted to do, we couldn't do because it wasn't so many square feet. So we kind of just gave up on the idea. But when we were looking into that,
we started the process and everything here because my grandma has 2 plots or partials of land with her house. She has an open one, so we were gonna build ours onto shut up,
my bad.
I stumble over my words, leave me alone. But now you made me lose track. She was gonna give us the open one, and we were gonna be able to put our tiny house on there. But we started the process, and it was just way too much. It just wasn't gonna work for what we wanted. And because they weren't gonna let us do off-gridding if we wanted to go that way. We would have had to have everything before we even got a permit to live in our house.
Yeah.
So.
But when we were really talking about it, trying to get the process going, you found the Crockers.
Yes. When they were doing the tiny house on shooting.
So, we like their content and everything, so we just started watching them, and
their videos have been the light of some very dark days, especially more recently. So when they do post, and for me at least, when they do post and I get to watch them for that however long their video is, I kind of just escape from reality for a minute and have time to breathe, and it's the light of my day. So
right. So this year's kind of been just a rough one.
Start to now. Well, here recently it's not been so bad.
Right.
The beginning of the year, my grandma was in the hospital, and then my grandpa was in the hospital for some very serious like health issues, both leading to the heart. So that was like very scary. And then May 22nd, I lost my dad. So around that time, was shortly after, was it a couple days after, or
Yeah, it was like 3 days after.
the Crockers had posted for the meetup?
Yeah, it was like it wasn't soon after.
It was like the week at the most
Right.
that they posted about Bam Fest.
Go Bam Fest.
And there was just so much pain and like stuff going on, and we usually really think about like taking big trips and stuff. Like we normally only do it for like our anniversary, and like we only go like a couple hours away, and we like overthink doing that. But there was just so much going on, so we just like went for it, and I'm like very truly happy that we did.
Yeah, she makes a good point. There's like I don't know, like we overthink a lot of stuff, and I don't want to say it makes us procrastinate with doing stuff. It's just like we overthink it to the point where it's like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't. But with like us going to BAMFest, it was just like I was at work. She texted me and was like, "Hey, I booked the hotel room. Uh, everything's good with that." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, yeah, we're going." Um, we just we needed like a break from just life in general for a couple days. Um, just with everything going on and just normal stress of life, we just needed to get away. Going there, like I didn't know what to expect. I know she didn't know what to expect. Um, we've never went to something like that, so I didn't know.
The most we've ever done, like outrageous, is Doobie's concert. That was like the first big thing that we've ever went to
Yeah,
together,
I'll never go
and
back to.
like
I'll never do it. I'll never go to another concert ever again. That shit was. It was. It was a little too much, but yeah, like I don't know. We just for a long time we just stayed like to ourselves. Like we didn't like. I mean, we'd go do stuff, but it wasn't like we weren't really trying to like go and hang out with people or whatever. But like we didn't even like there was like no overthinking. Um,
I just think so much was going on that we just like we needed to breathe. Like
right.
we needed to get away. We just needed to escape. And like we were gonna bring the kids with us, but we weren't exactly like sure what was
Because I mean,
coming about.
in my
But we
head,
also
I'm like,
needed. Sorry.
in my head, I'm like, we're going to a YouTube meetup. Like, is everybody going to be filming? Is there going to be like cameras in our face? I didn't know what we was going to run into.
And our kids can be very wild.
Right.
Especially when it's somewhere they don't like. They're not wild. They just want to go home all the time.
Right.
So, like, that would have. I don't think they would have like had as much fun as we had. Besides maybe playing baseball, but they probably would have been bored and just asking to go home the whole time. Plus,
Probably.
we just really needed time to ourselves because we don't.
Full-time parents.
Yeah, we don't give our kids to like hardly anybody to watch them, so we can have time to ourselves and like just escape from parenting for a few days. But I forgot what I was saying.
So we went to BAMFest. Well, before, all right, so like we went to BAMFest, but we got there like a day early.
Oh yeah.
So
the whole trip was like
it was 17 hours.
Yeah.
From here in Ohio to get to Oklahoma, which I don't want to talk about the drive because that was a lot. She did most of the driving, which I don't even know how that was. I don't even know how that even worked. Like we didn't stop to like.
I did most of the driving because he was up early for work and worked, and then like as soon as he got home, we left.
Right, but I still don't know how, like, we didn't stop at all, like, to, like, no
To
hotel
rest,
or nothing like
no,
that. We
no.
just straight through.
The only stopping we did was for the bathroom, and most of the time that was like the rest stop on the side of the highway, or when we stopped to get gas,
Right.
which was only a limited number of times.
But, like, we get there, like, book into the hotel and
Yeah, they
everything.
like let us check in to our room that we had reserved for Banfest a day early.
So we had the same room, which was cool. Like, we didn't even have to, like, switch rooms or none of that. Uh, we explored kind of like Stroud. Well, it was in Stroud, so we kind of explored Stroud a little bit. I want to say we drove to Bristow that day.
Yeah, we did.
Drove to Bristow, checked Bristow out.
Yeah, we were just like,
Is that the day we went? No, we went to the walk. Was that night, wasn't it?
yeah, the night we got there, like we were so tired, so we literally like drove around for a little bit, got food, and then took a nap. Well, when we first got there, we were like awake
So
from
we jumped
being.
in the pool.
Yeah, we like spent a couple hours in the pool. It was nice because like there was nobody there, so we could actually like talk and like discuss stuff and whatever. But then we got food, took a like 2 hour nap, just because we wanted to like actually like spend time out and about before like the meetup. So we like went around Stroud a little bit, found some t-shirts, and then went to Bristow and like rode around out
Yeah,
there.
because that's the day
Because
we
we
went
went
to
to Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah, we went to Walmart. That's the reason why we went that way to begin with.
Right. Okay. And then I don't know. Like the whole time we were out there, we were kind of like, man, this is nice out here. Like
It
it
was
was
just very like free feeling.
like a sense of freedom, a sense of peace. Like,
Like in
and
the area that we live in, sorry. In the area that we live in, it's like very like if you're out and about, watch your back, watch your back. Like people are like just wild over here, so it's just constantly like looking over your shoulder and keeping like your kids like glued to you.
pretty much. Damn, what was I gonna say?
Free feeling.
Oh, like peaceful. Like anytime we've went like anywhere else for like a little trip or whatever, we kind of get homesick after like a couple days and like just want to come back home. We did not get that feeling at all when we were down
The
there.
only thing we missed was the kids.
Right, but like I didn't really like. It wasn't like, man, I wish we were home or like I want to go home. Uh, then Friday. All right, so we took the walk the night before.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to get at earlier. So we got distracted.
Right.
ADHD brains. We walked around Stroud at night to like get some pictures and stuff for the kids.
Yeah, because it's on like we were like right there by like Route 66.
Yeah, it was like yeah.
So we wanted to like grab some pictures of like the Route 66 signs and just like little stuff that they had around the town. But weren't we talking that night?
Yeah.
I think we just kept saying like, man, it'd be cool to live like in a small town like this and like live down here and all that. Then the next day is when we went to that gift shop.
Yeah. Like even that day, like as we were like because that was the last place that we stopped before we went back to the hotel.
Actually, that I don't know if it was the date, if it was Thursday when we went to Walmart in Bristow, or if it was that day. But we drove by this like little property. It's probably like an acre or something. We drove by it
Yeah.
like a couple times, and when we drove by it once, she was like, "Yo, look, there's our property." Like kind of making a joke out of it. Like, "There's our property. Like that'd be perfect for us."
It was just a little trailer and like a couple acres.
Right. So like we talked about that, like, oh, it'd be cool to be like right there and this and that. Um, then we went to this gift shop and we were in there looking around, and the lady that owned it, I think she asked where we were from.
Well, we were like trying to get souvenirs for the kids. And then we had went to like this, it was kind of like a flower shop, but it also had like souvenirs.
Oh yeah,
And the
okay.
lady that we were talking to, like, she was like, well, are you guys from here, or are you just visiting? And we like explained that we're just visiting. And then she was like, go check out this shop. Well, she like sent us, so we like had to backtrack and then go down, and then we found it. And then like the lady in there was like asking like, are you visiting, are you from here, like, and we like told her that we were from Ohio, like just on vacation pretty much.
Right. And then I don't know. She like we were talking for a little bit, and then I think I want to say she asked us if we like because somehow something got brought up about like living down there or something. Like we might have been like we're thinking about actually moving here. Something
Yeah,
along those lines was said, and she was like, "Well,
when we said that we were on vacation, she said that her family actually like she had like so much time off for work,
that's what it
and
was."
yeah, and she this
And they
was
like
like
planned it out
this was their point, like Stroud was their point
to
of
turn
like,
around.
yeah, like they could stay there a couple days and then go back, and then they just fell in love and ended up moving there from California.
Which I mean, like I'm pretty sure she said she was from like they were from San Diego.
I think so. I'm not sure. I know it was like one of the bigger cities.
Just like I don't know, she talked like I don't know, she was like, my like she had kids and like they were having a lot of problems in California just with like certain things and whatever. And like I don't know, it kind of like opened our eyes like wow, like all right, you can just I mean, yeah, you can up and move wherever you want, but like we're hearing the story of somebody kind of in a same
Similar, like,
situation as us,
yeah.
like like not completely the same, but very close in comparison. And I think that kind of like pushed us a little bit more to like, maybe this might be something we should try to do or whatever, look into it. Later that day, we meet the Crockers, which a lot cooler than I don't know, the whole experience, like Bamfest in general was way better than I could even thought of. Like how it went down, what
It was just
we
like a big family reunion.
it really was like it honestly like after
Or like a friend reunion.
after you get the little first like nervous jitters out of like meeting everybody, it was like, all right, this is cool. And like it just felt like hanging out with friends that you've known forever but you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Like
Everybody there was like real sweet and kind
right.
and cool.
And like no like I didn't feel judged by anybody. I didn't feel like anybody was looking at us like, weird.
We can't even like, I feel like, because the whole judging thing, like, even if we just like walk around a store, like, in our town.
Most people give you like a weird look or like a dirty
Yeah.
look or like
So it was very nice not having that, and like comforting,
and
like,
like
or welcoming.
up
Sorry.
here like people don't really ask about
Like nobody talks to anybody like in the store. Like
right or
everybody's
like
rude.
or even like people you work with. It's like I don't know, like I deal with like a lot of work. Like there's not a lot of serious conversations going on, and like sometimes it bugs me because I'm like, yo, I mean, yo, it's cool to joke and whatever, but like a serious conversation once in a while would be nice to have with
Yeah.
people. Like, what's your dreams in life? And I see that's why I just feel like this area, like you're just trying to survive to get by, and like everybody's just put their dreams on the back burner.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, we just don't want to do that. So with us wanting to do the tiny house, and like we've always talked about having different types of animals and
I've always been a big horse horse girl.
like it'd be like that's what our dream is. And I don't know, I just feel like Oklahoma is where we need to be.
It just, I don't know, like the whole trip felt like talking to that lady, it felt like a big sign, and like we've always been firm believers in signs. Like,
right.
this guy keeps losing his train of thought. It's past his bedtime.
What was I saying? Well, I didn't say anything.
I was
But
gonna say,
like we go down, hang out with them. Uh, on the way home, we were talking about uh, well, first that property that we kept going by, we were talking about that. I'm like, yo, we need to like see like if we could find that or see what's going on with that. And then we were talking about like different things we could turn into a tiny house, and we just pretty much the whole ride home we talked about either living down there, what we would live in, how we would do it. I think that opened our eyes a little bit more because like we were both like serious about it. And then we come back and I like the first day being back, like after we got home, went to sleep, woke up, we were like homesick from Oklahoma and like we literally spent like 4 days there. But like I was like, man, can we go back?
and we're never like that. Like, even we've had camping trips like over the last couple years. It was like before school start and around his birthday.
And
We
we're saying camping trips like 20 miles away, not even.
Yeah, it's like a half hour from our house, and we like usually plan to stay a week there. But like a couple days in, someone's ready to go home, like homesick, like everything. And we did not have that at all with Oklahoma. We literally just missed the kids.
Which I mean, I couldn't tell you like what it was about it or
I
there's
think it
just
just felt,
something.
yeah, it just felt very freeing, and
I think we're just tired of Ohio, to be honest with you.
yeah.
Like we're just tired of Ohio, how it is, you know. Um,
Cause like even walking around the stores down there, everybody was like friendly and like we're very friendly people. So to like walk around and feel like welcomed versus being like people being rude or whatever.
it was
It was
that was a
nice.
nice feeling,
Yeah.
but we came back and then like I don't know, I was just like, yeah, let's look and see like what land prices are going for and like what kind of options they have. So we were looking and the land that little property with the little trailer and like 1-2 acres of land popped up. And like I don't know, we're very I don't even know how to put it. Like we just feel like certain things give us a sign or whatever. And I mean like for the to me it was like, man, that's weird that this is the property that, popped up. Uh so we got in contact with the realtor and there was no like no payment option or nothing like that. Like the owner wanted like straight cash
Cash. It was
everything.
like a certain type of loan.
So then we were gonna try to figure out like, all right, how can we get a loan and how do we go about doing that. And when we were at Bam Fest, like I said, like us and the Crockers, like I don't know, there was just a weird like we just all clicked very well. um
Well, like even numerous like a bunch of people that went, we are still in contact with to this day.
right, like everybody's real cool. Like I know, like I'm pretty sure everybody was like, man, when's the next one? Like we need to do this like soon. Um, but me and Jason kind of like exchanged contact information. I want to say we were talking back and forth, and maybe I had mentioned that we were looking at properties and
Yeah.
stuff, and he sent me a link.
Well, we had asked him, like even on a comment on a video, we asked, like we were dead set on moving down there, like we finally like made up our mind. And we had asked if he happened to know like any way to go about like a mortgage or something. And then he sent Ty a link for this company.
And like the company, like you go right through them. There's no like going to the bank and having to get a loan and all that. Like you go right through them. You do a down payment, and then depending on how much your down payment is, you get like a month, like your monthly payment will be whatever. But we started looking into that. We found one property that we really liked, and we just kept talking about it. Like we were like, that'd be cool, but like
We
let
just wanted to make sure we could like squeeze it into our budget.
right. So we just kept talking about it. Then we were getting to the point where we were like, yo, we gotta like, just take a risk and just like see what happens. And that property sold. So she was looking at other properties, found a couple that we liked, but this one we really liked. We thought it'd be a good fit for us. Um, it was kind of weird. Like we just woke up one day and was like, "We're doing this." We called him, got on the phone, did the process, put a down payment, and technically we're landowners of some land in Oklahoma, like as we speak right now.
We typically like
That's not normal.
no, because we like to sit on like ideas for a while.
A dumb amount of time.
Yeah, and this was literally like
even big decisions like we
were having a lot of car problems like last year, and he was switching jobs. Like even switching jobs, like we like had he like really had to think about, and then like I wanted to switch jobs, so that was like a thought process. But then like we were having a lot of car trouble, and like with his job, like what we were going through with our cars just wasn't like it wouldn't work. So like it was a whole thought process. I cannot talk. Just for us to go ahead and do like a car payment through somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So like
I don't know, big decisions and just
we haven't
big
had
changes are like I don't know, like where I come from, like my thing is like I just want to make sure it's a smart decision, like it's not stupid, like or like I don't know. I used to be like terrified of failure, but now I'm kind of just like we're not gonna know what we can accomplish and what we can accomplish if we don't try. Like we gotta
right.
try.
Yeah.
Which we both know that this move is not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a cakewalk. Like it's gonna be hard. Like we're gonna have to like work our ass off and make it happen. But I think we're just both to the point where
We just want our dream to come to life because we've literally talked about it since Leo was
little.
Like we went as far as getting a camper when Leo was little, and we were gonna do the camper thing on like my grandma's property, but somebody had called and reported it to zoning.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That they suspected that something like we weren't even living in
We
it at
weren't
like
even like we'd stay in it occasionally.
no, we never stayed in it
Yeah,
overnight.
Yeah, we did.
Like once.
Well, once, yeah, but we'd hang out in there like during the day, and they like called saying we were living in it, so they had to come
See,
out.
that should have been the sign that like a tiny house wasn't gonna fucking work there.
Yeah.
Because somebody called.
For
and
some
was
reason,
like,
I didn't even think about that.
I just now thought of that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that when we were going through that process.
But like, I don't know. We just want to like. This is our dream. Some people don't understand it. A lot of people actually don't understand it, which is, I don't know. I don't even think it's like understand the dream. It's just like they don't even. I don't think people can understand the concept of like you're gonna leave what you're used to and what you know to go do some random shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I was saying, when I think about us having the land and the outcome is way better than us staying here because the outcome, like we can't own this house that we live in. Like we don't own it. We're never going to own it.
We're just pretty much putting money into it for.
We're just throwing money away.
Yeah, pretty much. like even before we went to Oklahoma, we started looking into the process of like a mortgage and stuff here in Ohio. The prices are ridiculous
I mean, the
for
prices are
one.
probably crazy everywhere, but like just some of the stuff here is
Well,
like
we
I don't
found
understand why that's that
we
much.
literally only need like a 3 bedroom, and they're like over 100K here.
Way over 100K.
Well, yeah, that too. But I'm saying for like something that's a little like that needs a little bit of work. But when we were looking at like
Unless you want to live in a bad neighborhood.
yeah, when we were looking at Oklahoma stuff, it just seemed more fitting for like our budget and lifestyle. But I'm very thankful that Jason sent the link because that's exactly what we were looking for and that's what we've always wanted to do. Like we were just gonna settle for like a house down there.
Oh yeah, there was like a short period of time like we were looking at houses just to like
Just to get out of Ohio
Ohio.
to there.
I don't know. We don't like our life's not like horrible. It's not like we're fucking. It's not horrible. It's just like I feel like this house and like how everything is right now is just kind of a stepping stone for us. Like I feel like we've learned a lot from being in this house and you know things that we've had to deal with here and manage it. I just think we're ready for the next step, and that is to own like pay for something that we can own later down the road. And like I would love to like have the kids something, something happens to us or like when
We
we're
just want
old, like that at least they have something that they're like, well, this is ours.
we both came from not the best childhoods and we just don't want that for like our kids. So we want to set them up for the future and like show them like how life should be.
Or how, yeah.
Something like that.
Um, I just feel like it'd be good for like all of us, especially like I mean, I don't know, like a lot of kids nowadays, like they're just like on their phone or playing the video games or whatever it is, and like I feel like us getting out there, like they'd actually be learning stuff. It'd be a different environment, like
Plus,
learn like life lessons
yeah,
instead of just watching a phone, watching a screen all day long.
how to
Uh,
actually like do things on your own versus just sitting around.
right. So
Which I've learned a lot, like with my grandpa having property, and then like my grandma's property, like gardening and stuff.
so like I want to say the Crockers influenced, but definitely like inspired us to take a risk. Like you can only go forward.
Right.
I think like if you're trying to do better, like and it don't even like no
I
matter
mean,
what it is, but if you're trying to better yourself in any aspect, like you can only move forward. And like the only person that can really bring you down is you.
right, yeah.
So I
Like they've been more supportive than some of our closest family members.
yeah, like
Like just with like their words and like guiding us through.
some of our family is like we kind of get the sense like they're trying to talk us out of it and or like try to what's the word I'm looking for, guilt trip us into staying.
Yeah.
And like Jason and Danielle, like it hasn't been like it's been advice
They've
and
even told
what
us
to look out for,
yeah.
what not to do, what to like. So I mean, I don't know. It's cool to have people that support you and like that's been there and like has went through things that so they can be like, well, watch out for this, and so that's cool.
Like between watching their videos and then like actually talking to them in person and stuff, they've been like tremendous help.
Yeah, like I mean, I I think it's the same, but like if you put yourself around positive people, you start to think positive. But like
Yeah.
if you're around negative people, you start to think negative, and like I see that with watching them, you know, talking back and forth, like we've really been on what they have been preaching the last, I don't know, couple months.
Yeah.
Like get out and live, like, which I mean that's what we're trying to do. That's why we started this journey. Um, we've always thought about doing a YouTube channel, but we've always
Like
talked ourselves out of
yeah.
it. And like now we're just like, let's take the risk, see what happens. I mean, like moving down there, we're gonna take the risks, we're gonna make it work, however we got to, but like this is what we want. And I was saying though, but like if something's hard or if you don't know how to do it or whatever, like figure it out. Like we've been putting that to effect in our lives a lot here lately. Like today we
fixed 4 things on the car that we
right. Like I mean taking out like unplugging a sensor, taking it out, like that was easy, but I mean
done those.
she chopped some
Before.
wires
I
and
literally-
reconnected wires.
Like important wires.
Right, and it runs better or if not better than when we got it.
Yeah.
And like at some point today, like we were taking these sensors out and they kind of broke.
They like snapped in half. There's a video.
Right, there's on the channel, but I want to bring it up because before that's something that we would have got mad about, and you know one of us would have stormed off and been like, oh, you know, forget it, I don't even want to deal with it. But like that didn't even happen. Neither one of us.
We just looked at each other laughing.
Right, like we didn't get mad. We were just like, all right, this happened.
How do we get it?
How do we figure it out? And we did. To go on and live in life, and probably just like those are two of the biggest things that I've took from them. Anything else? I guess we can like a little bit talk about
like our plan.
So we're hoping to be in Oklahoma by next June. We'd
be there sooner, but our son's starting school, and we just want to like make sure that we're like set up for the kids.
To the like, point that we're all comfortable
for the kids. Like the kids are the biggest thing. Like if it was just me and him, we'd be down there already.
Right. I mean, as of right now, we're thinking about like a camper type, like a bigger camper that we can all fit in comfortably.
Destination trailers.
See, I thought they were a camper.
It's a camper, but it's like it's more for long-term staying in.
Right, like
they're designed.
You can move it like here and there, but it's not like, oh, let's go cross country with it.
I mean, people probably do, but it's not really for that.
Dangerous. But we're thinking about one of those. We're really leaning towards solar power just because I feel like that would fit us better. Got to figure out a couple things with it. Like,
yeah, we still need...
in the summer, we're going to need AC, so we're going to have to figure out, you know, will solar run all our stuff plus AC, or...
We're still doing learning. Like, this whole time we've been, like, watching videos and stuff, trying to learn everything.
Researching, I mean, you know...
Because we don't know anything.
Asking Jason, or, like, I have a buddy at work that has a tree house, and it's ran by solar. So, I was talking to him the other day about it. But like really the biggest things I think that will draw a lot of energy is going to be the AC and the heater for like the winter. Yeah. So we're going to
do solar and a generator.
And like this isn't like permanent of like how it's going to be. Like it's just to get us down there to be comfortable.
Our main concern,
we were going to do a shed to house. That was the plan. We were going to get a small enough, like a big enough camper that we could all fit in. And then do a shed to house and then start building. But she found these destination campers, and I'm like, well, we could just live in that. And instead of putting down another down payment on a shed like a shed to turn into a house or whatever, like we could take that money and put it toward, you know, the well or the septic or whatever else. I mean, later on we could build
We probably will end up like with the kids growing and stuff. They can't stay in like the lofts forever in the camper. So like once they get a little older, we plan on doing like a shed house and going through the journey of like building that out to how we want and how we've always pictured. Like I literally have um
multiple
multiple
layout plans and stuff drew up
from years ago.
even like you even have like stuff written down that we need.
Yeah.
But this is it's a long video, but we just wanted to.
We just want to like.
We did one earlier, and it was kind of a little hectic. It was like around bedtime, and we kind of got like missed a lot of key points that we did mention in this. There were some things that I didn't know if she wanted to talk about or mention, so like I didn't bring it up. But we hope that you guys want to come with us on this journey and watch the progress and what we do. Us leaving from Ohio, going to Oklahoma. I mean, up until like we do leave, we plan on filming. I don't know how much we plan on filming, but like, you know, little stuff here and there. Like we dropped a video today with the whole car experience. So we just hope like you want to come along, see what our journey holds, and
we have a couple names picked out for the property and like memorial of the baby that we lost. So we're not 100% sure set on one yet, but you guys can maybe help us choose and be like a part of that.
That'd be cool.
Or we'll do like a whole video on that.
It's way past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Over here yawning. We were thinking of like Shooting Star Ranch
or 5-star.
Or 5-star because there's
five
of us.
Yeah.
But any ideas we're willing to look into or like think about. If there's any questions, let us know. I think that's it. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Well, you see what the Crockers got us into? Just no. We appreciate them really a whole bunch. But yeah,
they've been mind blowing, like supportive and everything.
Cool people.
They've like Jason has even like pointed out some of the troubles and trials that we're gonna go through, and he's like, I'm not trying to talk you out of it, but
I have to keep telling him like, dude, I don't think you're talking us out of it. Like,
no,
you're being helpful. Like,
and it's very helpful and very appreciated.
So I don't know. A lot of people give him a hard time, and I don't see why. Like you gotta chill out. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
As Irene would say, Jason's the man.
Let us know what you want to see, or if you what you want us to talk about. Our videos will be shorter than this.
Yeah.
We just wanted to clarify a lot of things, kind of explain.
Plus,
we forgot this earlier, and we almost forgot this right now. Okay, there is another reason we picked Oklahoma.
Oh, I forgot.
It's because
the naders.
The tornadoes.
This guy wants
look, I don't know what it is, but I am obsessed with tornadoes. Like, I watch tornadoes stuff on YouTube. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen the old Twister movie. A lot. That's what started it. Is I watched that when I was a kid, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to do that. So, and I it's not like I just want to be chase tornadoes. No, it'd be cool to chase tornadoes, but I also want to, like, if they impact the town or something like that, I would like to go and help with like the cleanup efforts and the rescue efforts and stuff like that. And where else than Oklahoma to do that? I'm not going to go to Kansas. You know what I mean? But yeah, so hope you like, subscribe, comment, join us on this journey. It's going to get wild. I know it's gonna get wild. Anything you guys say?
Nope.
All right.
Just stick around and see how this journey goes.
Later.